about time we hit the road, passengers. Thanks to the 3 trailblazers, the activity of the fragmentum has reached the lowest level, and the readings regarding the status of the star rail have returned to normal. Pom-Pom will dispatch the express shortly, and we'll be leaving Uriloh 6. Please be seated and say your goodbyes to this planet.
Yanqing,
Yes, General.
watch this person carefully. Do you remember me?
I remember. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are not one of them, 𝗵𝗻𝗃. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are one of them.
Hold on. I'll be there soon.
What did I tell you? He's definitely sleeping in. We trailblazers can go days without sleep, but when we do hit the hay, we have to make up for it. Anyway, no point wasting our time in the corridor. The conductor wants us to attend a warp navigation meeting. Same old location, apparently, and we can't be late. Let's head over. Oh, by the way, you drew the short straw. It's your turn to wash the coffee cups this week.
You're very punctual. No need to worry. DanHeng's rarely late. I'm sure he must have a good reason. DanHeng's situation is special. We hope to protect him to the best of our ability. The trailblazing of Uriloh 6 is drawn to a close, and the Astral Express must depart for the next planet. Not telling yet. We'll make an official announcement in the meeting, but I'm keeping you in suspense for now. The meeting will start soon.
You're looking well. No, I know all right, but I can't tell you yet. Himiko wants to create a sense of mystery for you in March. You're looking well. You better believe it. You guys really put on a show for Uriloh 6. I'm eager to join in myself. I gotta say, there were more than a few times where I wanted to lend a hand, but Himiko said I should let you youngsters rise to the trailblazing challenges.
Did you receive the destination overview? Excited? So you don't know yet. After all that cold and exhaustion on Uriloh 6, you must be looking forward to the next planet. Pagana? That's the final stop. 𝗂𝗄𝗃𝗃's homeworld. Pom-Pom wants to visit again too. Unfortunately, the journey's a lot like life. You don't always get where you're going right away. If you're ready, head over to the front of the train. The meeting is about to start. Passengers, the warp navigation meeting has officially begun. Firstly, Pom-Pom wants to congratulate you, the Nameless, for successfully resolving the problems at this stop. The Express is now able to continue along the star rail.
The 3 of us actually pulled it off, huh?
It's time for your conductor, that's me, to reveal the name of our next stop.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew. It's Kafka. I came at a good time. You're all here. Every single one.
No need for the mysterious introduction, 𝗲𝗏𝗄 Hunter.
Himiko, correct? Apologies for interrupting your little get-together, but I'm sure once you've heard my request, you'll forgive me. I'd like you to make a destination alteration.
I've seen your face before, 𝗲𝗏𝗄 Hunter. Even if it was only on a corporation wanted poster. They were offering quite the bounty. Dead or alive. Do you know the figure?
Doesn't concern me. Then again, a corporation bounty is a compliment, not an insult, don't you think? The higher the figure, the bigger the compliment.
You wanted criminals sure know how to look on the bright side of things.
I will say, 𝗏 certainly paid you all a compliment. A maniac that claims he can see destiny, leading a bunch of wild lunatics in pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe. And 𝗏 doesn't give out compliments very often.
In pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe, huh? Well, in that sense, you astral expressors and I are cut from the same cloth.
You're in the wrong place, Kafka. We're not about to accept your request, and we're not about to get into bed with a 𝗲𝗏𝗄 Hunter. It was nice talking with you. Perhaps next time you'll be willing to pay us a visit in person, and we can continue our little discussion.
Have you guys heard of the Luofu?
The Xianzhou Luofu? It belongs to the Hexafleet of the Xianzhou Alliance. We've heard of it.
But what you haven't heard is that it's currently very close to you. A couple of warp jumps away, in fact. Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a 𝗲𝗏𝗄 burst occurred on the Luofu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you 𝗲𝗏𝗄 Hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That 𝗲𝗏𝗄 has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible. My companion, Blade, has been taken away by the Cloud Knights. I want to bring him back, resolve this 𝗲𝗏𝗄 crisis, and clear our names.
Nothing to do with you? Yeah, right. Sounds like a weird coincidence to me. You just happened to show up after the 𝗲𝗏𝗄 burst? Also, we're not your friends. Why should we care if a 𝗲𝗏𝗄 Hunter is innocent, No! Why are we listening to her? The Alliance is strong. Is a single 𝗲𝗏𝗄 burst really too much for them to handle? We're the crew of the Astral Express, not some squad of 𝗲𝗏𝗄 stealing super specialists.
You could, of course, not get involved. Knowing that the 𝗲𝗏𝗄 hasn't yet affected this region of space, you could make the jump and arrive at the next world. But sooner or later, the star rail here will be more blocked off than it was before. I can tell you what the future holds. If you don't go to the Luofu, the 𝗲𝗏𝗄 will eventually contaminate the entire ship, and over half of the inhabitants will perish. Oh, you brave and fearless trailblazers, you benevolent nameless. Can you really remain indifferent to that?
This companion of yours, Blade, he'd perish too, right?
No comment. Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
March, get DanHeng.
Whoa, what are you doing here? I gave him the lowdown. Hey, remember what I said, okay? We're gonna vote against it. I'm not gonna take orders from that woman.
Seems like the longer I spend in my room, the stranger things are when I emerge. March told me. If it were one of the other ships, it might have been okay. But I can't go to Luofu. I remember the Xianzhou was a sight to behold. Good luck.
It's way too much of a coincidence. A 𝗲𝗏𝗏 hunter shows up at the site of a 𝗲𝗏𝗏 burst that just happens to be occurring nearby? Does anyone really believe that? Oh, I'm so mad. She just hijacks our communications and then hangs up? So rude. You used to know her, right? Was she always like this? We don't need another amnesiac on this train. Oh yeah, I just spoke to DanHeng. Here's the deal. We've all got to vote against. Trust me, she'll hold a democratic vote. One for you, one for me, one for DanHeng. 3 altogether. We never go anywhere without a consensus.
Are you okay, DanHeng? March brought you up to speed, I assume.
I'm fine. And yes, I'm up to speed.
Good. In that case, with regard to the matter at hand, let's vote to decide our next move. Our 𝗲𝗏𝗏 hunter claims that a 𝗲𝗏𝗏 burst has occurred on the Xianzhou Luofu, and that we're in the vicinity. If we head for the Luofu, we may have the chance to save many innocent lives. However, it's also possible that our 𝗲𝗏𝗏 hunter is lying and using us for her own ends. Neither Welt nor I believe that she's telling us the truth, but we can't just ignore the intel she's given us. So, we're about to hold a democratic vote on whether to set a course for the Xianzhou. All those in favor, hold out your hand. All those against, keep your arms by your side. 3, 2, 1. Three against 2. Well, it looks like the Astral Express crew has a majority vote to head for the Xianzhou.
I calmed down and thought about it a bit. If it turns out that woman isn't lying, then a lot of innocent people are gonna get hurt. Now's the time for thinking about other people.
All right, all right. I think we're all used to March's modus operandi by now.
So, DanHeng, you want to stay here?
Yes. I'm staying this time.
In that case, Welt, ready for a trailblazing expedition? I know you've been itching to get out there for a while now, but make sure you take good care of the 2 of them.
Don't worry.
Destination Xianzhou, here we come!
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! So that's a Xianzhou ship? It looks even bigger than 𝗷𝗏𝗏 6!
For the Xianzhou, these ships are their planets. Terrestrial environments are cradles that allow civilizations to survive and then develop. Some of those civilizations progress further, constructing spacefaring vessels, which allow them to voyage into the unknown. The Xianzhou Alliance is one such civilization. I've only glimpsed it a few times, but it's as magnificent as I remember.
You okay there? What's with all the lonely nostalgia vibes?
This is the Astral Express. I repeat, this is the Astral Express. We have arrived in Xianzhou territory. Requesting landing permission from ground control. From the bridge, I mean.
Welcome to Luofu Skyport, Starskin. Please await transfer. Please wait transfer. Please wait transfer.
Something's not right.
The signal is still repeating, but no one is guiding us into dock.
Maybe the 𝗟𝗏 hunters were telling the truth. It seems like something really did happen to the Xianzhou. A vessel arrives at a deserted spaceport. Isn't that how, like, loads of horror movies start?
Let's not let our imaginations get the better of us.
Please wait transfer. Please await transfer. Please wait transfer.
Still the automated signal?
Yes, it's still on repeat. Ah, there we go.
The Jade Gate now opening. On behalf of the Xianzhou Luofu, welcome, guests from afar. Please proceed to dock in accordance with the guidance.
Huh? Is this still automated?
The signal broke off. Seems that's all there is.
We should get going. Himiko, stay vigilant back here on the Express.
Relax. I've got DanHeng here with me.
Come on! You were the most excited last time we got off the train.
Make sure you're properly prepared before you set off.
You need to take extra care on this expedition. I've compiled some intel on the Xianzhou for you. I hope it comes in useful.
Take advantage of the rest. It won't be easy to track down Kafka the 𝗟𝗏 hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing. More importantly, let's see how DanHeng's doing. Ask him what he's up to. Then tell him we're having loads of fun.
You've been standing here for half an hour. It's rare to see you like this. Are you worried about those two? Welt is with them. They should be fine.
Himiko, did you keep a copy of the 𝗟𝗏 hunter's transmission? Can I have a look?
Sure.
Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a 𝗟𝗏 burst occurred on the Luofu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you 𝗟𝗏 hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say. It's simple. That 𝗟𝗏 has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible.
Stop!
Do you know him?
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he... If he's on the ship, then 𝗷𝗏𝗃 and him. Everyone is in grave danger. But...
Is he connected to that past you want to escape?
I can't leave them down there. It's just... I'm afraid my burden has finally caught up with me. And that everyone is about to be drawn in.
Is there anyone who doesn't carry around a past burden? She may not remember it, but even a girl as carefree as March has hers. We tread on a path that is hidden from us. The things we see and the trails we blaze all become our baggage. They weigh us down, but they also give us strength to continue the journey. Try not to dwell on it, DanHeng. The Express spends 7 standard days at each stop. Its passengers are allowed to do as they deem fit during that time. Pom-Pom and I are more than capable of looking after the Express. If there's something you've got to do, do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line. And you'll come back and travel with us once this is all over, right?
You want to disembark, DanHeng? Changed your mind? Well then, Pom-Pom wishes you the best of luck. Make sure you return before the Express departs. And bring Pom-Pom back some local specialties?
Something you've got to do, do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line.
Can't send the message out. The network is down, but some functions still work? Virtually nothing has changed since I left. Apart from darkness, this place is all that I remember of the Luofu. Shattered Cloud Knight armor. A conflict with the Cloud Knights? Not likely. Mr. Yang wouldn't let that happen.
Stay where you are. I can handle this. Emergencies should be dealt with by professionals.
You're hurt.
It's okay. Phew. This one's strong, all right.
With you two risking your lives for me, could I really stay where I am?
Move carefully.
Are you two okay? Good. I'm Sushang of the Cloud Knights. I was just transferred here from the 𝗷𝗃. I did tell you to let me handle it. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. What if I accidentally hit you?
Forgive me, miss, but you were too busy being hit yourself. It's a good thing I joined the fray.
I was protecting you more like. It's a Cloud Knight's job to protect others. And this area is under martial law. I'm escorting all civilians to safety. Follow me. That was some impressive Cloud Knight spearmanship. Which unit are you from? Huh. Okay. You're a civilian then. Come with me.
Miss Sushang, what exactly has transpired here? In all my trade visits, I've never seen 𝗀𝗃𝗃 in such a state.
I can't comment on that. I was just ordered to rescue the civilians. Actually, I have no idea either. Anyway, you two just need to come with me. Hey, you're pretty quiet. What's your name? I've got forms to fill out. Can't put your name down as blank.
My name is DanHung. I'm a traveler. I'm on my way to meet up with my friends. I appreciate the help, but I can leave the port on my own.
No can do, mister. It's way too late. You won't find anyone at 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃. If your friends made it out, then they'll already be in the safe zone. No need to worry. You'll see them when we get there.
Aren't you going to take my name too, miss?
You already said it when we were busy fighting. Something. 𝗀𝗲𝗃. Is that right? I remember it. Let's go. Stay close, you two. Cloud Knight's Xianzhou will guarantee your safety. Oh, and one more thing. I need you to write your names down later. I don't know too many characters. I might make a mistake.
Message not sent? Why not?
Long-range communication technology is still improving. Perhaps the presence of the 𝗲𝗏 is affecting signal transmission.
Doesn't seem like it. Everything else is working fine. See?
In that case, it looks like someone wants to make things difficult for us. Since Kafka's here, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be that 𝗲𝗏 hunter hacker girl's handiwork.
You do it next time. I'm tired of being the villain.
Don't take it to heart, March. Miss Fuxian seems like a reasonable lady. I'm sure she's not angry with you.
Really? I thought she was pretty icy. DanHung's not icy. He's nerdy.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I reckon the Divination Commission could be a while. Let's take a look around.
Yeah. That star skiff was pretty cool. There must be loads of interesting things in Exalting Sanctum. Are you wondering if the Xianzhou is my homeworld? No, I'm not getting any flashbacks. Please, do I look Xianzhou-ish to you? You must be thinking of DanHung.
What's going on with him? What is that?
Everybody stay back!
Give him this medicine and make him lie down! I mean, make them lie down! That'll teach you a lesson. Ready to lie down now? Thanks for helping to stabilize the patients. Your assertive sedation techniques are quite effective.
Assertive sedation techniques? Does she mean beating people up?
However, these Cloud Knights were already sick, and now they're injured too. I've got to bandage up their wounds, realign their bones. Ugh, as if I didn't have enough on my plate.
Where did you come from, little one? Is your dad around?
I don't have a dad.
What about your mom?
I don't have a mom either. I get it. You think because I'm small, I must be a runaway child. Welcome to the Xianzhou, my short-lived outsider friends. Appearances can be deceiving here. The Vidyadhara race is self-reincarnating. No mom or dad required. I've been studying the art of healing ever since I cast off my old shell. You're looking at a recognized, practicing, dedicated doctor.
𝗱𝗏𝗃 kids are making snowmen, while children here are writing prescriptions.
Things haven't been very peaceful in the Luofu recently. Make sure you don't...
Go running around, right? Well, your general gave us an errand, so I'm afraid we have to.
Well, seeing as you saved me just now, if you're unlucky enough to acquire any breaks or sprains, I'll treat you for free. As for medicine, I'll give you a 20% discount. Ha! Do you have any idea how many people in the Luofu are waiting for an appointment with me? You should count this as a blessing. If I hadn't left my purse at home, I wouldn't have to... Enough of that. I have patients to see.
Our little miracle worker seems very different from everyone else around. Don't you think, Mr. Yang?
So this is the 𝗲𝗲𝗴𝘂. I've only ever read about them. They're known as the dragon race. Not hard to see why.
If the shipping passages in 𝗀𝗏𝗃 changed even a little, the entire route would be drastically altered. Do you two know the way?
I do not.
I came this way. I know it like the back of my hand. Just follow me. So, silent but deadly. Let me know when you're ready and we can set off.
You hail from the Luofu, young Master Dan Heng? Apologies. Forgive my curiosity. I do often struggle to judge the boundaries of small talk. I hope I haven't offended you. Please do. Almost nothing. I was scheduled to leave the Luofu when I heard there was a disturbance. Miss Sushang here is a member of the Cloud Knights. You could try asking her. Her name is Sushang. She apparently just transferred here from the Yaoqing. Every Xianzhou ship operates individually, but the Cloud Knights are all commanded by the Marshal. Therefore, it's normal for knights to transfer between ships. Me? Merchants don't belong anywhere. We wander and make the stars our home. But if you're curious, within the Alliance, I'm registered at the Xianzhou Luofu. Within the IPC, I'm registered at the Star Unity Mall branch at the North Valley Star. Therefore, 𝗏𝗏 is just the name I use within the Xianzhou. Outside of the Xianzhou, I use something more difficult to pronounce. I'm guessing you want to know that name, too? The universe is a dangerous place. The IPC and the Alliance only provide for our safety during interstellar travel. On-site security is dependent on our own capacities. As such, I had to improve my swordplay and healing skills. You are also a wanderer, young Master Dan Heng. Surely you understand. A story of ill luck. I found myself embroiled in a conflict and ended up owing a favor. Now I must assist in delivering these remains back to the Xianzhou. It would seem I am a magnet for such misfortune. I thought I would be safe on the Luofu, but now... Of course.
Silent but deadly. Are you sure that nickname isn't annoying you? It's good to have a sense of humor. Go ahead. I'll tell you everything I know. I heard they found an antimatter Legion bomb. Out of safety, they locked down the entire ship. They'll only reopen it after they've removed the bomb. I don't know if all that's true, though. Anyway, the higher-ups didn't say anything. They just got me to evacuate the civilians at 𝗀𝗄𝗄𝗏. Nope, I met him when I met you. But, now that you mention it, maybe I did see him somewhere. He seems a bit familiar. Where would that have been? Me? There's not much to talk about. Not that long ago. But I've been receiving strict Cloud Knight military training since I was a child. My parents are both famous on the 𝗷𝗃. I wouldn't be here otherwise. They've been training me ever since I was born. Don't look down on me just because I'm a new recruit. Yep. Have you been there before? I feel the 𝗷𝗃 and the Luofu have different characteristics. I might be a Luofu Cloud Knight now, but I still think the 𝗷𝗃 is better. For example, when it comes to leadership, I don't think General 𝗬𝗎𝗏 is as reliable as our Madam General back on the 𝗷𝗃. Actually, forget about the last sentence. Just pretend I never said it.
Huh? Su Shang, what are you doing here?
I have orders to evacuate civilians. See these two behind me? I need to get them out of here quickly. It's too dangerous.
You can say that again. Some comrades were injured by monsters in the vicinity. They only just made it out. I'm taking up the rear. I should be out of here soon. You guys should hurry.
Hey, silent but deadly. Shout if you see any danger, okay? Don't think just because you know a move or two, you can charge off by yourself.
March's six-faced ice. There was a fight here. A Cloud Knight stricken with Mara. How could the mutations get this bad? Is the 𝗨𝗏 exerting an effect?
There's supposed to be a passage. Why can't I see it?
Somebody used the cloud forward control panel to block the road with containers.
Who did this? I'm terrible with machines and stuff. Hold on. How do you know?
I'm a traveling merchant. I've been here many times. Now, for a Cloud Knight to be unfamiliar with the local topography.
I told you, I was only just transferred here from the 𝗷𝗃. I don't come here very often. Control panel? Where is the control panel?
Is that the one?
Let me see. Whoa, Luocha, you've got sharp eyes. Thank goodness. There's one Starskip left.
What? Where? Where does it go?
Judging by where it's docked, it must be heading for Central Starskip Haven. Nice. We'll be safe there. Come on, let's climb aboard.
even eons can be killed.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
I don't understand. They're all eons. Why do they want to fight?
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and 𝗷𝗄𝗃. Isn't destroying the Eon 𝗷𝗄𝗃 the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes. Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the 𝗲𝗏𝗃 have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the Verdantia returning. As for the 𝗲𝗏𝗃, they're more mysterious. They say that when a 𝗲𝗏𝗃 is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the 𝗲𝗏𝗃 long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the 𝗲𝗏𝗃 could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The 𝗲𝗏𝗃 are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants. Every life has its limit. Even the 𝗂𝗏s are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
A friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait. Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. 𝗀𝗲, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go.
Miss, are you okay?
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
𝗀𝗲, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Huh. Curious.
How... oh, what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a 𝗪𝗏 hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous. If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wingspan might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
No? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you. Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun. Let's go, Bladey. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
So this is the Luofu's Ambrosial Arbor. It's my first time seeing it.
Aren't you a Cloud Knight?
Cloud Knights don't visit the Ambrosial Arbor without a reason. Plus, I'm new here. The Luofu's plague mark is a tree, while the 𝗷𝗃𝐻𝐵's is a moon. I think we got the better one.
I heard that the Ambrosial Arbor shriveled and died a long time ago. How could it suddenly spring back to life and start growing again?
The influence of the Stellaron. There's no time for explanations. We must return to the Ten Lords Commission. I'm wounded. I need your assistance in getting there. Once we get to Starskiff Jetty, you can go your separate ways.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We're duty-bound to help the Ten Lords Commission. Sorry. All Cloud Knights answer to the Ten Lords Commission. Duty calls. Apologies for asking you to stick with me a bit longer. I'll treat you guys when I get you back to safety. I guess you could slip away and find a safe spot to hide. I'll come back and get you once I've sent her on her way. Come on, together is better.
I did not expect such a short journey to be filled with so many twists and turns. How does it feel, Master DanHeng, to be a subject of the Ten Lords Commission? A good answer. Short and to the point. It would seem I've been unsuccessful in detangling myself of matters thus far. I suggest we hasten to Starskiff Jetty and send this judge of the Ten Lords Commission on her way. We must continue our own journeys as soon as possible.
You look familiar. Maybe. I ran your facial profile against the records in the shackling prison just now. Indeed, there were no matches to be found.
Hey, wait for us! You're the first Ten Lords Commission judge I've met. What do you guys do exactly?
Our work concerns the Marastruck and the lifespans of long-life species.
Oh. Hopefully you'll be the last one I meet for a while then.
Indeed.
A few more steps and we're at the main gate. Thank you for escorting me. We must go our separate ways.
It's just a few steps away. You're not leaving with us?
Everyone has their duties and obligations. From the day I joined the Artisanship Commission, I've been taking care of the ins and outs of its operations without a day's rest. And today is no exception. The apprentices fled, as they should have. But I cannot let them see their master flee from peril. This is as far as I go with you. I must see what more I can do for the Artisanship Commission.
Master Gongshu.
No use in trying to talk me out of it, young miss. This old man cherishes his life. He won't do anything rash. On your way now.
Everyone has their duties. Let's go.
It doesn't look like it wants to let us through. Do you think if I yell at it, it could scare it off?
I doubt that. I think 𝗀𝗃 is the only one here still taking orders from people.
Any ideas?
I've got one. Bring it down.
You know, you're getting less silent and more deadly by the minute. Sounds good. Let's get it. So, are judges all loners? You don't seem to have any backup.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission have always acted independently, each carrying out their duty in solitude. However... I have a younger sister. You remind me of her. There's the star skiff. The rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor was bound to bring calamity. The Cloud Knights must be at the Alchemy Commission, next to the Arbor. You should head the same way. Thank you for ensuring my safety on this journey. I will report this good deed to the Ten Lords. And if the opportunity arises, I will return the favor.
We're glad we could help. She mentioned the Cloud Knights were at the Alchemy Commission. I should find a ship and regroup with my unit. What about you? Aw, you just can't bear to see me go, huh? Come on then, let's go together.
We are most grateful, Miss Sushang.
Have you talked with these disciples, Benefactor? What do you make of them? They brought this upon themselves. The Xianzhou Alliance forbids anyone from accessing forbidden knowledge regarding immortality. They should have thought about whether they were capable of paying the price when seeking the power of an eon. Xianzhou natives are more afraid of immortality than they are of the days coming to an end. They received eternal life as they had desired, but are doomed to a fate more terrifying than death. The Abundance played a cruel trick on them. This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the 𝗨𝗨 problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, Okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the 𝗨𝗲𝗏 disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
I heard the Starskiff connections are being reinstated. The people stranded at the Alchemy Commission should all be able to leave soon.
Good news from the front lines. The disciples over at 𝗂𝗲𝗏 Mansion have been defeated.
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master DanHeng? As home draws nearer, so our feelings grow stronger. I can see it in your eyes. Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
But where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
The Master was defeated? No, that cannot be!
The Master must have failed to summon the protection of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝐻𝗪. Her will must have wavered. Just you wait. I'll show you the blessing of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝐻𝗪.
The disciples of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝐻𝗪 started a rebellion in the Alchemy Commission. The Cloud Knights have the area locked down. It's not safe. Please, remain here for now. We will send someone to escort you back once the operation is over. Lunatics, all of them. You saw the Ambrosial Arbor, I assume? I heard that's the work of those sorcerers. Still, I can't say too much. Military secrecy.
The Arbor's resurrection is connected to the Disciples' Rebellion. I've heard those names before, but when? How did the others get drawn into all this?
You must be talking about the General's guests. Are they your friends? Oh, what a coincidence. They left with the Master Diviner not long ago. And it's all thanks to their courageous work that the Knights don't have to worry about the poison in 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Mansion. I received the good news from the front lines. They'll probably be back soon. Strange. You seem oddly familiar to me. Never mind. Too many misfortunes recently. I can hardly think straight.
Those travelers defeated the disciples of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝐻𝗪. Won't that make us seem incompetent? I need to find a way to make this report sound more impressive.
What's up? Go where? The Luofu is under lockdown. The Cloud Knights operation isn't over yet. Relax. When the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Luocha home.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you. I need to be careful. If I alert the Knights, they might take an interest in me.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud-hymn magic of our people, the 𝗲𝗏𝗴𝘂. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide and refines it into medicinal pellets. All the elixir crucibles that the 𝗲𝗏𝗴𝘂 helped to construct contain cloud-hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, cloud-hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of 𝗲𝗏𝗴𝘂 go? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
They say that you're Lung's power incarnate. Is that true?
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the scions of permanence.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. 𝗲𝗏𝗴𝘂 go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please, take care of me.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in 𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for 𝗀𝗏𝗴𝘂, located ahead.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here.
It's time to pay the price! It's time!
You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am DanCae. I have nothing to do with your past.
DanCae. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, DanCae. you will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
𝗂𝐢𝐚's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the 𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗃, 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. You really thought the 𝗀𝗲𝗏 hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you in 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. First it was the 𝗀𝗲𝗏 hunters. Now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me.
I have no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins. What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick. There's no time.
So familiar. Did she teach you? Don't then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me. Heaven's Surge. Now!
I failed. This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance.
Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
Qingyuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the 𝗻𝗻𝗃 hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed DanFeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether DanFeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of DanFeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let DanFeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that DanFeng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. DanFeng is no more. Now, there is only Dan Heng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the 𝗟𝗏𝗏 hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the 7 Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager 𝗵𝗃𝗃 favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the 𝗟𝗏𝗏 crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
Her hatching rebirth is complete. She left me all alone. Still, I wait for the day of my rebirth. Endless waiting. As recorded in the ancient texts, this body of water was brought by my people from our homeworld. It formed part of the roiling deep. It is as pure here as it was there. Our dragon ancestors nurtured us with the water of life, and bestowed us with the permanence of the 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Do you know something? When Dongfang committed his great crime, the 10 Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 were under great pressure. In order to placate the 10 Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Dongfang against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the 10 Lords Commission. The senior 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper.
Waters of the ancient sea, cleanse me. Waters of the ancient sea, protect me. This world's good karma is settled. This life's misfortune is erased.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge! Cloud-bearing dragon, rise! Let's go.
What about this?
Qiangyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seat of divine foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager 𝗵𝗃𝗃's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... DanHeng? You are DanHeng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests, when you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the 𝗲𝗏𝗏 crisis. I was concerned that the 𝗲𝗏𝗏 hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the 𝗲𝗏𝗏 hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantalia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask DanHeng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the 𝗲𝗏𝗏, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
DanHeng?
Thank you, DanHeng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm, and on DanHeng's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the 𝗪𝗏𝗏 Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like DanCae. I wonder if... the statue... is that... DanCae's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, DanCae? Since Dongfeng perished, the 𝗨𝗶𝘴𝘂𝘃 have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
You scared the heck out of me! For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, DanCae. You know, the more I look at this statue, the less DanCae it gets. Still, it's got the same stony expression.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, DanCae. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial arbor.
The annals mention that 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the 𝗻𝗲𝗃𝗃 used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
𝗵𝗻𝗻. General, are you planning to face DanCae alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
Use 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 waterscape to seal the arbor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who are not of our kind can never be of our mind.
I understand your misgivings, but my decision is made. That is the course we must take.
Very well. In that case, I will report you to the Preceptors and have you stripped of the name and power of the High Elder.
This must be the first High Elder that accepted the mission to quell the Ambrosial Arbor. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient sea to guard and strengthen the Arbor's seal.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the three talents, the path to the great roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that some kind of riddle? Reverence to the three talons. What the heck does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
Oh, what a huge palace. Completely abandoned. That must have been difficult for them. Imagine how upset you'd be if you had to abandon me.
For the 𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗃, it must have been a necessary sacrifice. This is one of the places mentioned in the riddle. One of the three talents. If we can break the seal here, we'll be a step closer to the roots of the arbor.
Those seals you mentioned, do you mean these weird-looking stone lanterns?
That's right. From what I recall, we have to touch these stone lanterns in a particular sequence to unlock the seals in this area.
In that case, then, I'll leave it to you.
I'll do my best.
If your people knew that you had brought me here, there would be great unrest. They will never know. Keep quiet, 𝗵𝗃. This will make us even. I will give you 2 hours. Research what you can. Remember, 2 hours. I'm a short-lived species. Do you think 2 hours isn't enough? It will be done.
That's DanFeng's voice. But what about the other person? It's so familiar. This seal was already on the verge of breaking before the ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Beneath the lunar glow adorned, 𝗻𝗲𝗃 eggs begin to form, and from the ancient sea rebirth, to walk again on solid earth. This mural describes the 𝗻𝗲𝗃 hatching rebirth in the lunarescent depths, the beginning of self-reincarnation. Our reincarnation's greatest cost, the wisdom of a past life lost, yet through the teachings of our kind, unto the young again consigned. The mural depicts the 𝗻𝗲𝗃 being guided by their elder, wiser kin after their rebirth. Our people sing the hymn of clouds, and dance to water's cherished sounds. And high above the dragon flies, to each is destined different skies. This mural portrays the 𝗻𝗲𝗃 young. They acquire knowledge and depart for different places on the Xianzhou, thereby dedicating themselves to serving the Alliance. And as the day is almost gone, return alone to water's song. Beneath the waves in silver shell, await new life that time will tell. The worldly limit of the 𝗻𝗲𝗃 is reached after 7 centuries. They return to the ancient sea and form a shell, awaiting the next hatching rebirth. Okay, let's head to the 3rd seal.
Young Master, must we really forsake 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 waterscape?
Can you forgive me, 𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗀?
I cannot say, young Master. I feel resentment in my heart. But there are also feelings I cannot put into words. The senior 𝗻𝗲𝗃 say that the Xianzhou offered us this place, that we hail from another world. Is it time to repay them?
It is time to repay them.
That should do, General.
Enough. Don't be nervous, sir. This is a mere formality for me and the 10 Lords Commission.
This is of vital importance to the ambrosial arbor seals. Safety must be guaranteed.
Quelling the arbor is the duty of the 𝗻𝗲𝗃.
Keep in mind, this generation cannot afford to repeat the failure of the previous High Elder.
Of course.
The Cloud Knight General and the 10 Lords Commission. They performed regular inspections of 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 waterscape.
What is this?
Miss March, I would advise you to refrain from interfering with the 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗏.
Huh? The 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏? You mean these pearls will turn into people?
When the life of a 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏 is over, they return to the ancient sea and form a shell before emerging anew. This is the hatching rebirth cycle.
Whoa.
The last of the 3 talents is here.
There are abominations up ahead. Careful, everyone.
The reverence to the 3 talents is complete. Now, we must head for the roots of the arbor. The roots of the arbor are still growing.
It's Ventilia. We must hurry.
Is that a dragon?
We've reached the end. These are the roots of the ambrosial arbor, where the vestiges of abundance lie. Reverence to the 3 talents. The path to the great roots. This is it. Under the power of the High Elder, the arbor's roots have formed into the image of a dragon. Now, I will break the final seal.
I hope everyone is prepared.
Has the General of the Luofu chosen to grace me with his presence?
That witch! She was here waiting for us the whole time! Show yourself, Ventilia!
And the benefactors, too. Oh, patience, patience. Let me make myself presentable. Now I see why the disciples of Sanctus Medicus hold themselves in such high regard. The Arbor's traces really do possess the power of metamorphosis and resurrection.
All of you, ready yourselves. Dan Heng, guard my back. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Benefactors, behold this beautiful body. The miracles of abundance live up to the name. Let's see if I can put it to good use. The very power that brought the Xianzhou long life, I will use to bring destruction.
Ventilia has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body. Or the Xianzhou!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
So much bark with so little bite. Your attacks are futile. This body was born of the Arbor. You are but ants.
Strong wind!
Watch, careful!
Try untangling yourselves from this.
The weeds in my garden give me more grief.
Your arrogance betrays you. Crushing an ant with the weight of a star. How indulgent. The universe will end in destruction. And with it, the abundance and the hunt will disappear.
Truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision!
General of the Xianzhou, can your feeble strength...
DanCae, you take it from here.
Did you think it was over, 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃?
Finally remembered your duty of watching over the arbor?
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Are we still ants to you, 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃? So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers would think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with them. I'm afraid you won't have
a chance. Out of ideas, 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃!
my indulgence. Your struggle in the face of certain death is... For my next trick, I shall turn each of you into my Void Rangers. The power of the destruction will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great Nanook.
Time to show you. What's in your prescription?
Don't worry about me.
Start with this arrogant 𝗫𝗍𝗀 general. I wonder if the transformation of the 𝗫𝗍𝗀 general into a Void Ranger would cast the 𝗀𝗶𝘃 back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating ways. What are you... Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the 𝗫𝗍𝗀 is nigh.
Be gone, pawn of destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the hunt will fall upon them.
General, are you okay?
I'm still alive. And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts. 𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗃, a truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. 𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗃 had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When DanHeng stabbed you, I was scared to death.
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still...
𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗃 won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the 𝗨𝗨 is going to take some time.
Leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open. Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up!
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what 𝗷𝗎𝗻 meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins." Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear. I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as Acting General of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you. Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee! Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool. Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more? I'll be gone very soon. Jing-Yuan is still recovering, and the Cloud Knights won't protect me anymore. It remains to be seen how the 6 charioteers will react to my presence. But at least for now, I'm safe. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma, so I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. If she can tell me more about Danfeng's actions, then perhaps I can do something to make up for his sins.
Future always seems like infinite possibilities, but what is destined to happen will always happen. This conflict is inevitable because the other possibilities don't exist. I need to use the Spirit Whisper on Blade again, but let's play another round first. Have you thought of your question? Come to me when you're ready. I can wait. The game continues. Your turn.
So, I get 2 questions, only one of which Kafka will answer truthfully. But I won't know which answer is which. What should I ask? Blade. He seems to know Dan Heng. I don't understand the connection between them. Maybe I can learn the truth from Kafka.
Apparently, they used to be good friends. Well, good friends who were bad for each other. Bladey forgot nearly everything, so he doesn't remember it well. Together they did something bad. Something terrible. It led to horrific consequences. That's the information I managed to piece together. Bladey refused to tell me the details.
No matter what she says, she looks like she's got something up her sleeve. I can't tell what's true and what isn't.
I see the look on your face. Don't bother asking. I can't tell you if an answer is true or not. Make your best guess and choose your next question based on my answer. That's the beauty of the game. I hope your next question proves interesting.
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a jade abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a jade abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this jade abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the jade abacus here in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
DanHeng.
General.
In accordance with the edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Dongfeng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale-Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gate's reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, DanHeng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? Oh yeah, there are some people we haven't said goodbye to yet.
Fine, fine. DanHeng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
When I left the train, I only had time to say a quick goodbye to Himiko. I should go back and give her an update. And thank her for her guidance.
Hi. Sure am. Things have been in constant turmoil since I transferred to the Luofu. Now that I've got a little free time, I'm here to listen to some storytelling. Are you... Sorry, I've met so many people recently. You seem unfamiliar. Judging by your clothes, you must be an Outworlder. I see. Silent but Deadly told me something about meeting up with a friend. You must be them. Pretty accurate nickname, right? That guy has a lot on his plate. It's enough to make you worry. The fact you're standing here right now must mean things are pretty much taken care of? Is that so? Well, before you leave, I recommend listening to Mr. Xian's Legend of the High Cloud Quintet. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be an epic hero. I never get tired of hearing about the quintet. I'm sure you'll love it. You should bring DanHeng along next time. We can chat over some tea. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I won't take any more of your time. Good luck.
So soon? I wanted to help the General, but things didn't turn out how I wanted them to be. I've learned my lesson. Also, I have a rather abrupt request. After fighting DanHeng, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere. If you have any time to coach me... I'm worried that he still holds some grudge against me. But to be honest, I'd love to have another spar with him. Safe travels.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own. You're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Penacony. Do you remember? Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination. The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of 𝗪𝗲𝗄. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for DanHeng, but who is it from? I should ask the conductor.
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something? Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters. What? Ah, don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here. What does the letter say? It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does DanHeng have any friends on the Luofu? If Pom-Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would have signed it.
Why don't you show DanHeng the letter? You know where to find him.
What is it? Do you need something? There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Danfeng's past should be handled with care. Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jingyuan about the 𝗲𝗏 hunters.
Danheng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for now, Danheng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way. She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Danheng.
That DanCae. He can't just ignore Bronya. Let's go to his room and talk to him. DanCae! Bronya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Bronya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since the Luofu. It was tough on the spirit.
DanCae. I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right. You went through a lot on the Xianzhou. Take all the time you need.
Thank you for understanding.
You only got demoted 1 rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
𝗲𝗄𝐿, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you 𝗷𝗌𝗀 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on 𝗷𝗌𝗀 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty 𝗲𝗄𝐿 to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the 𝗵𝗙 does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on 𝗷𝗌𝗀 6.
I'll get back to you later.
I have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master DanHeng?
I know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Ḥwanxi.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be? I'm speaking with Master DanHeng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
He is a close friend. I've invited him along to bear witness. Please, treat him as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu. Bailu is simple and innocent, incapable of ill intent. It's natural for a servant to care for her master and share in her worries. Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Danfeng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The Preceptors heard of Master DanHeng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master DanHeng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her. Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say. I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable, unwilling returns. As far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about this poor child. Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master DanHeng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃 Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her. You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Luofu Vidyadhara. In 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃 Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from DanFeng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and DanFeng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow. Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The start skiff is ready. Let's go.
The rumors are true. You really are back. I'm Xianzhou Luofu of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the Great Sinner has returned to the Luofu and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want, then?
Return to being a nameless. Stay out of the High Elder's succession. The Luofu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from DanFeng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the Preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Luofu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved. Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one. Farewell.
Excuse me, are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃?
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture. Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties. Those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it DanFeng, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent, then? The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as DanCae, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that DanCae would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened, and all they could do was accept the result. Now that DanCae has arrived, the Elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go? Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the 𝗲𝗲𝘂𝘂. The Preceptors have been suppressed for some time now. They will inevitably try to overturn the situation. These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that 𝗲𝗏 was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder, and that unless she were to commit a terrible sin, the Preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again. The healer lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder, but the Preceptors are fixated on strength and are unwilling to accept her. Now that DanCae's reincarnation has shown a command over the vast marine expanse of lunarescent depths, those longing to keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy. After DanCae's abdication, they fought against the Preceptors and saved 𝗲𝗏's dignity. They demonstrated a true devotion. These folks aren't the type to just let it go. It is an internal affair of the 𝗲𝗲𝘂𝘂. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as DanCae and 𝗲𝗏, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the 𝗲𝗲𝘂𝘂 will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗄 and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously.
Master DanCae, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the Elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss 𝗲𝗏?
Miss 𝗲𝗏 is already waiting at 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗄.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the 𝗲𝗲𝘂𝘂.
Wait. Master DanCae's presence at 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗄𝗄 has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the Preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The 𝗲𝗲𝘂𝘂 will never accept him.
Delve hidden moon, world dragon.
As I expected, DanCae, you have returned.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master DanCae.
They came from me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master DanHeng, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Ḥwanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
It could be dangerous ahead. We should proceed carefully.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages. Hello there. Long time no see. What are you doing here?
We were met by an assassin on the way over, Miss.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master DanHeng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master DanHeng, Miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am DanHeng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're DanHeng? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Caelgorge waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Danfeng's reincarnation. I suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the Luofu Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching weaver for some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Caelgorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu.
Ḥwanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry. Wow, what a magnificent sight. Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The Elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Danfeng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Caelgorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragon Heart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, 𝗀𝗃's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And if for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea, upon the High Elder's command,
subdue the eternal roots. That's it. You did it. This alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really huge and the whole of 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝐴 waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! DanHeng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you? Protect 𝗲𝗏!
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here. Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Heaven Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
How did they manage to appear right next to us without a sound?
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence. If so, why would they want to harm 𝗲𝗏? We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here. Go!
Look at that shadow. Could it be an assassin?
Don't worry. Those things aren't hostile.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝐻 waterscape. Is that you, 𝗀𝗃? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. These floating shadows are called mirage echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the 𝗻𝗻𝘂 shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for DanFeng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the 𝗻𝗻𝘂, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the transmutation arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝐻 waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the ambrosial arbor's seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted 𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗍 and even short-lived species among your friends. The upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secrets. Our laws could have seen you executed. Pity that the High Elder succession could not be allowed to die with you. 𝗂𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗀𝘃 of the 𝗪𝗙𝗃 put forward a strong case for you, and the Ten Lords Commission spared you from capital punishment. But the punishment of molten rebirth could not be avoided.
Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live! The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this 𝗲𝗪𝗔𝗂𝘂. He thought that the 𝗻𝗻𝗂𝗃 was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other 𝗻𝗻𝗃. As if the 𝗻𝗻𝗃 would never progress without their plans. I guess DanFeng probably never told them the secret of the Transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These mirage echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for mirage echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
Another invisible assassin?
Careful. They're waiting for us to get close enough to reveal our weak spots.
𝗲𝗲, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master DanFeng? Why do you remain silent? Your Highness, you're still as cold and lonely as you ever were, like the eternal ice on the Qianzhou. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master DanFeng.
Oh, okay. Wait, no! You were just a 𝗲𝗪𝗔𝗂𝘂𝗃. I got tricked again.
Master DanFeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the Transmutation Arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research. The 𝗻𝗻𝗃𝗃 performs self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the 𝗻𝗻𝗃𝗃 from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. Now, you have enlightened me.
DanFeng. What did he do?
Master DanCae, your changes to the transmutation arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the 𝗵𝗲𝗴𝘂 to reproduce. My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should 𝗵𝗵𝗴𝘂 reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race? To unearth the potential might of long blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon, isn't that the real meaning behind the transmutation arcanum? The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The transmutation arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the 𝗵𝗲𝗴𝘂 to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go.
It's you, Master DanCae. Why did you disgrace yourself? You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you, of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. You must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside DanFeng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain. The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my immortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. You once told us we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloudy magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
I must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any information.
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the 𝗵𝗲𝗴𝘂𝗂 of the Luofu. You are unworthy. The 𝗵𝗲𝗴𝘂𝗂𝗂 must not sever the High Elder's succession tradition just because of you. Hand it over.
DanHeng, is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had DanHeng and him to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like 𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗂𝗀𝗃 and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the Elders and round them all up. Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins? None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you know that?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that those people would try and attack you again.
You said those assassins only came from Mr. DanHeng. But the ones we met in the ruins were coming from me instead.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the Elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the 𝗵𝗲𝗴 requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed. Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell.
Heaven's Surge. Rise! Scales. World-cleansing dragon.
Hit! Lance! Forward!
Am I too late?
General! Did you bring reinforcements?
Reinforcements? Time for the master stroke. I am the reinforcements. Show no mercy.
A pity. So close.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme? They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige they have remaining.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
Save your breath. We'll know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the 10 Lords Commission's judges.
Too late, Jingyuan. I go no further.
I always felt useless in the eyes of the Elders. A false dragon who failed to inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realized they'll use any means of removing me.
Not all of the 𝗵𝗲𝗴 harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, Dragon, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with DanCae first.
Very well. I will await all of you at the fair.
The 𝗵𝗲𝗴 have neither parents nor family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young 𝗵𝗲𝗴 in the art of cloud hymn, as well as various life skills. DanCae, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about 𝗵𝗲𝗴 tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of. I've always been a wanderer. I can never return to my homeland. In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
As far back as I can remember, I've had the Preceptors and Alchemy Commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life. Perhaps we were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of DanFeng? Maybe. Miss Bailu. At first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name only, and that an absence of true power would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking things. You have no shortage of true power.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of 𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗀 Waterscape mentioned that not only was DanFeng a brave warrior, he could heal others with cloud hymn magic. What you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor's seal and the vitality of the eternal roots. It is a world away from my power of destruction.
In that case, DanFeng probably had a gentle side to him too, right?
Perhaps.
We should head back to the healer's market. I have other things to do today. Let's go.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Luofu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your home. I do not seek to take 𝗀𝗲𝗃 away from you.
As a nameless, the Express still needs me.
That is a pity.